The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Southern Indiana high school basketball starts now.
Welcome in here to North Harrison High School as we get you set for Southern Indiana high school basketball right here on Glycod. Justin Kalin alongside Jeff Cooper on the call tonight as we get you set for the Madison Cubs, coming in with a record of 2-12 on the season. They get set to take on a 6-7 North Harrison Cougars team. Hello and welcome here into North Harrison High School, joined now by Jeff Cooper. Should be a fun ball game here tonight.
I think it will be. North Harrison, the last time we had them over here, they played Scottsburg and hit 10 out of 11 threes the first half and surprised Scottsburg pretty well there. Madison struggling through a tough season, but I think they've been making strides here as we go, so should be a very interesting ball game.
Yeah, two completely different teams when you look at the makeup of the rosters. Madison has some older upperclassmen on their roster, but they're all juniors. When you turn your attention to this North Harrison team, it's very senior-laden team. Yep. 4 of those 5 seniors on the roster have started for years within this North Harrison program. So going to be really interesting to see which types of teams come out for both of these squads tonight.
Oh, sure. North Harrison's got probably obviously a lot more experience, but like I say, Madison's playing here for the future, and they, like I said, they've been getting better, and they should continue to get better as the year goes on. Yeah,
and the JV team's definitely gotten better as they are now leading 37-30 as we await this game to wrap up. 35 seconds left in it before we get to our main event here tonight. The North Harrison Cougars and the Madison Cubs set to do battle, and Southern Indiana high school basketball right here on Glycod. Stick with us. We'll have more coming up right after these messages.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
I'm a tailgater tailgating to get to my tailgate. I can't go anywhere. But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Contact Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page, with offices in Jeffersonville and Floyd's Knobs. Allstate, you're in good hands.
Justin Kalen back here at North Harrison High School as we continue to get you set for Southern Indiana High School basketball right here on Glycod. And I'm joined now by Coach LaFave as his Cougars set to take on the Madison Cubs here tonight. Coach, it's been a rough go of things so far this season, but an opportunity tonight against this Madison team perhaps to put another W up on the win column.
Perhaps, but, we haven't been a dominating team this year, certainly, and Madison's a team that I think would like to come in here and put a big feather in their cap, a young group like that, be in a senior-laden group like we have, and so I'm sure they'll be ready to play, and last year they sure gave us a scare when we played them there. They had the last shot to win the game, and so we're hopefully we'll be treating it as a game where we got to go out and we've got to do things really, really well to win, because that's probably the way it's going to be.
Absolutely. And what do you see on paper with this Madison team? You mentioned that game last year, a close one. They bring a big nucleus of that team back here tonight, but they've really struggled this season. What do you see with this Madison team this year?
Well, they got a really talented guard in Reynolds. They got a couple of guys around him who can put it in from the perimeter if Reynolds draws too much help, and they really seem to hustle defensively. Their zone is one very active zone where they're like a bunch of buzzing bees, it seems, and I'm a little worried about us being able to handle that. We haven't seen that type of active zone that I've watched them play with, and so they've got things for us to be concerned about, and hopefully we'll be able to handle it.
Yeah, you mentioned their leadership. Similar on your side of things. You brought back 5 senior starters. How do you try to lean on those guys here tonight to get back into the winning column?
We didn't bring back 5 senior starters, but we have 5 seniors that have been playing for us for a few years. So they're experienced, they've been through it, and hopefully they know nothing at this point should be shocking in terms of what Madison tries to do in terms of how they want to play us and their game plan. They should have seen it all, and hopefully they'll be able to see what needs to be done and be able to carry it out, and that's the team that does that better is usually a team who wins.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach, well, thanks for spending some time with me. Good luck tonight, and we'll be back for more Southern Indiana High School basketball right here on Glycod.
Makes a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
What are the ABCs of safe sleep for babies? That they lay alone, on their back, and in a crib. These measures can help lower the risk of sudden, unexpected infant deaths. The Clark County Health Department offers free CPR and safe sleep training, plus cribs for expectant parents, grandparents, or caregivers of young children who meet eligibility requirements. For more safe sleep information, visit clarkhealth.net.
The second game of the season, I popped my shoulder out of socket. So I went to the doctor a few weeks later, and they referred me to priority radiology to get an arthrogram. It was about a day later that they told me the news that I tore my labrum. Since I got the results back so quick, I got to start doing physical therapy and everything quicker, which made my recovery process a lot quicker. And I'm thankful for priority radiology for getting the results back that fast.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glycod.
Justin Kalen, Jeff Cooper back here at North Harrison High School as we continue to get you set for Southern Indiana High School basketball right here on Glycod, high atop the floor at North Harrison High School as both teams down there continuing their pregame warm-ups. We're going to continue our pregame here and get you your keys to the game for tonight. Tonight's keys to the game are presented by Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet. Jeff, let's start with the Madison Cubs. Couple things they need to key in on tonight's ball game.
Basically, got to make shots. I mean, they shoot about 40% from two and under 30 from three. So, they've got to take good shot selection, and when they get those good shots, knock them down. North Harrison's always very solid defensively. The other thing they need to do, Coach Lefebvre talked about their active zone. Well, they're giving up 66 points a game. So they need for that active zone to be active and actually, stop them tonight. Keep getting better defensively because they're giving up a little bit too much there because they're only averaging about 53. For North Harrison, they could start 4 seniors, then have a couple coming off the bench, and they just need to use their experience to their advantage and come take care of business like they should, not have any slip-ups. The other thing, balance. They're 4 guys. They got 5 guys that can score, but the 4 seniors are mainly the focus on their offense. So those 4 guys need to step up and get 13, 15 points apiece like they usually do.
Yeah, that's the one thing with this North Harrison team is they can spread it around offensively, and you kind of got to pick your poison if you're the opposing defense because you really never know who's going to go off. It could be Kellebs, could be Schneider, could be Sawyer Wetzel. Any of those guys could really produce on any given night for this North Harrison team, which that makes them tough to defend. So for me, I think the defensive effort for Madison is going to be something that I'm watching here in this one tonight.
Yeah, they got to have a good defensive effort and use that zone. Obviously, Harrison's they are a pretty good shooting team. Or they sure were when we had them last time. So they've got to get out close out on the shooters and rotate and talk to each other.
Well, there you go. There are your keys to the game for tonight, presented by Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet. We'll go ahead and step aside for another break here. We'll come back on the other side. We'll take a look closer into this Madison team, and more specifically, their head coach, Adam Stotts, who is in his 2nd season in charge of the Cubs. Stick with us. We'll get you set for more Southern Indiana High School basketball coming up right here on Glycod.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glycod.
And back here at North Harrison High School as we continue to get you ready for Southern Indiana High School basketball right here tonight on Glycod. Justin Kalin alongside Jeff Cooper as we continue our pregame. Let's touch a little bit on Coach Stotts. Adam Stotts, head coach of this Madison Cubs team in his second season, just 8-30 as head coach of the Cubs. So a tough go of it, but he's from this area. He's a 2011 New Albany alum. Been around this area a long time, so night in and night out, he knows what to expect, just hasn't quite gotten the results on the floor.
No, and they had some, their best player, returning player, Caden Oliver, transferred to Silver Creek.
That's true, yeah, good point.
So, that was their one player. I mean, you put a senior scorer like that with this group, maybe it's a different story. So, he's had to make some adjustments, and all you can do at this point in the season, you get about 2 or 3 weeks to sectional, just try to improve every game. Yeah, and see if you can make some, do some damage when it comes time for the sectional.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We'll see if Madison is able to do that down the stretch. But Stotts, he's been around this area for a long time, as I mentioned. Before getting the head coaching gig a couple seasons ago, he was actually an assistant at Madison from 2018 to 2021. He spent a season as an assistant at Floyd Central under former head coach Todd Sturgeon. And he was the high school, or Scribner Middle School head coach in his career as well from 2015 to 2018. So, like I said, a guy who's just been around this area for a long time. You would think he would know what to expect night in and night out.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he's been around it a long time. So, you just gotta have players. And this is his second year. He's got a third year coming up with a lot of the same group returning. Have a good summer with them, and keep trying to get better every game this year, and hope things turn around next year.
We've got just under 9 minutes left on our pregame clock as North Harrison has headed back to their locker rooms. Madison finalizing their pregame warm-ups here on the floor as they're going to be donning their red uniforms here tonight. North Harrison will be donning their white uniforms with the blue lettering and trim and numbering on those jerseys. Let's go ahead and step aside for another break here. We'll come back on the other side, and we will get you your starting lineups as well as the opening tip-off here tonight. Stick with us. Southern Indiana High School basketball coming right up on Glycod.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah! 1 second.
I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up. Shut up, Jeff.
I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence.
Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Hi, I'm Isaiah. And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want to escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes.
Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glycod.
And back here at North Harrison High School, Southern Indiana High School basketball on tap tonight here on Glycod. Justin Kalin alongside Jeff Cooper, Colby Martin producing for us here this evening as we got to get you set with your starting lineups. Tonight's starting lineups are presented by Community Action of Southern Indiana. Be part of the youth empowerment movement at voiceindiana.org. Let's first take a look at the Madison Cubs projected starters here for tonight. Ryder Jones, a 6'3 junior, gets the starting nod. Mason Davis, a 5'9 sophomore. Quincy Reynolds, a 5'11 sophomore, who you heard Coach LaFave mention in that pregame interview. Reynolds, a really good point guard for this Madison team. Landon True, a 6' sophomore, will get the starting nod as well as James Schaefer, a 6'1 sophomore. Jeff, what do you make of that starting lineup for the Cubs?
Young.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of size either, but, you got several years of working with these guys, and got some, you bring another player or two in, you get somebody move in like they lost with Oliver, who knows? You get back up there.
Yeah, good thing about very little size for this Madison team. North Harrison doesn't have much either as we turn our attention to their starting lineups now. Tallest guy on the floor for them is a 6'5 senior. But other than that, that's Caleb Kellums, by the way. Other than that, nobody else over 6'3". Sawyer Wetzel is 6'3". He's also a senior. Riley Schneider, a 6'2 senior. Brody Fessel, a 6' senior. And Bryce Fessel, a 5'11 freshman. Bryce Fessel has really came on as of late, played some great basketball for this Cougars team.
He sure has. He's a nice young player, very impressive, does a lot of things well. Seems to always be around the ball. So really enjoyed watching him play the last time we were out here.
Yeah, really looking forward to this ball game tonight as Madison has headed back to the locker rooms. North Harrison comes back out for some final warm-up shots. We'll step aside for our final break here in this pregame. We'll come back on the other side. We'll get you some series information when it comes to these two teams as well as your opening tip-off. Stick with us. We've got Southern Indiana High School basketball coming right up on Glycod.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
I'm a tailgater tailgating to get to my tailgate. I can't go anywhere. But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, they might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Contact Floyd Snobs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug-Free Communities and Our Place.
From Clay Cod, it's Southern Indiana High School basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Jim Butner Auto in Clarksville, striving to keep you driving. Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page, he puts you in good hands. German American Bank, strengthening our community since 1910. Priority Radiology in New Albany, you have a choice. Interstate Batteries, the car battery auto techs prefer. Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Big O Tires, State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb, and Northside Security. Now, courtside for all the action of Southern Indiana High School basketball on Clay Cod.
And back here at North Harrison High School, just about set for varsity basketball action here tonight. As we'll take a look at the series info, North Harrison is trailing 15-9. Madison with the slim lead in the series the last 35 seasons. Let's step aside for our national anthem. We'll come back on the other side, and we'll bring you your opening tip-off here tonight. Southern Indiana High School basketball on tap right here on Glycod.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms. Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug-Free Communities and Our Place.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycod.
Just about set for basketball. Southern Indiana High School basketball, that is, out here at North Harrison. this evening. Justin Kalen alongside Jeff Cooper as we get set to get you to the action here in this one as the starting lineups have made their way through. As one change for Madison, it's not going to be Landon True getting the start tonight. Instead, the 5'10 junior Liam Murphy gets trotted out there alongside James Schaefer, Quincy Reynolds, Mason Davis, and Ryder Jones. The North Harrison starters that we brought to you were correct. Caleb Kellums, Brody Fessel, Sawyer Wetzel, Riley Schneider, and Bryce Fessel, the freshman, getting the starting nod tonight, as well as North Harrison in their white home uniforms, blue lettering and trim on those uniforms. Madison in their road red uniforms with the white lettering and trim, and it'll be Madison basketball to start things out here tonight.
North Harrison starting out in man here.
Odds are they'll stay in man majority of the night.
Madison will probably be in the zone of some sort.
That's Mason Davis getting the ball off to Liam Murphy on top of the key with it. That's Mason Davis with the basketball back in his hands. Good pressure defense by Brody Fessel on that little stint. So here's Davis again. He'll step behind the arc. They're going to say that was a deep two, but he knocks it down.
Looked like they were just running like a offense you would run if you're trying to run clock there. We used to run that offense when we were trying to run clock. We called it too high, but that's not probably what they call it.
Now Fessel, great look at three for him. Unable to knock it down, but his little brother Bryce grabs the rebound. Beautiful cross-court pass. Kellums, he will splash it home.
Good job there. Nobody cut baseline off, and he went right down there and found an open shooter in the opposite corner.
Yeah, Kellums more so than any of the other seniors we touched on in our pregame. He's got the best-looking shot. If he gets hot, Madison could be in trouble here tonight, so they've got to do a better job defensively on him.
Absolutely.
Now it's the Cubs back in possession of the basketball here.
I just run a little shuffle cut up top.
Davis, who scored the first bucket of the night for Madison. Cross-court pass into the corner for Ryder Jones. Now up top, that's Quincy Reynolds. He's a guy we highlighted on our pregame here tonight. Schaefer inside, trying to thread the needle down low to a teammate as that ball's tipped around. And last touch by Madison.
Yeah, that was a tough pass to try to make there.
Talked about how interesting it would be to see which teams came out. This is a North Harrison team who had a lot of expectations coming into this season with the 5 seniors coming back into the fold. It's been a roller coaster type season at 6-7 thus far.
Yeah, it has.
3-4 in Mid-Southern Conference play. So here's Schneider driving baseline. Much like Madison, this North Harrison team will be patient more times than not in terms of their offensive sets. That's Kellums with the ball in his hand. Slides it to Fessel. Leaves it out for Schneider. He'll fire it up, and he wanted the foul. No such call as it goes out of bounds back to Madison.
I couldn't tell if anybody touched him or not. I think he shot the ball with the intention of getting fouled. I don't think they did.
He was anticipating it, no doubt.
Yep.
Now the Cubs coming back. That's Reynolds bringing it across the timeline. Reynolds has it in the corner now. Picks up his dribble. Good defense there by Bryce Fessel, the younger of the two Fessels.
Sure was.
North Harrison stifling here defensively in the early going.
It's a good switch there by North Harrison.
Reynolds going to try to drive in on Wetzel. Leaves it out now for Davis. Reynolds will rise and fire. Can't get it to drop. Kellums clears the rebound. And he'll try to use a head full of steam to get down low. Passes it out now. Fessel throws up a wild shot. Circus shot there, was kind of spinning in the air and floated it up. And unlike Schneider a possession ago, Fessel draws the foul this time.
Yeah, I thought that he got in there for the charge, and I think he turned when Fessel turned, and they called the foul.
So we got a shoestring issue down there. James Schaefer bends down to lace him back up. Fessel set for his free throws. It's just a good-looking shot by Fessel.
Yeah, he's a good solid-looking player. I think he's got a bright future. I don't know if he'll ever be a superstar, but he's going to be a really good high school player.
Absolutely. Tanner Book and David Langdon making their way onto the floor for the Cougars. Fessel, one more opportunity at the stripe. And that one's going to drop in as well. 5-2, North Harrison with the early lead.
Madison is not afraid to knock a minute or two off the clock before
No,
they take a shot.
We've only got 4 minutes left here, just over it in this first quarter. 7 total points up on the board, but there's some aggression as Reynolds tries to get inside and draws the foul.
Yeah, he attacked hard that time.
That's what you got to see more of from this Madison team. It's a winnable game for them. They've just got to be aggressive, attack the hoop. Davis, the only scorer thus far for Madison, gets it off to Reynolds. And there you go. There's some aggression we were just talking about. Makes it a 5-4 ball game.
Yeah, and Coach Lefebvre can't be happy about the lack of help there on that drive. This Madison defense is a 1-2-2. And so far they look really good playing it. Doing a good job keeping the ball in the middle. Of course, North Harrison's really not flashing people to the middle.
No.
And that's the best way to kill this zone.
Langdon gets it in for Tanner Book. And he's going to get fouled.
He walked, too. I don't know if it was before the foul or after. He dragged his pivot foot big time.
Short break for Brody Fessel on the North Harrison sideline as he replaces brother Bryce. Goes over and sits right next to Coach Lefebvre.
Good play.
Yeah, Sawyer Wetzel down low, going to finish it. And most of the time when you see Sawyer Wetzel scoring the basketball, it's around the rim.
Yep.
He's a guy who he's a big-time offensive rebounder for this North Harrison team. Watch North Harrison misses tonight. Sawyer Wetzel will attack it. And now he comes up with a steal on the other end.
Good help there.
Kellum's out for Fessel. Now to Langdon. And Wetzel will slow it down. Tries to reset the offense, if you will, as he gets it to Fessel. Keep waiting for Wetzel to shoot one of those threes after I just brought up how he likes to shoot it close to the basket. Flash it into the middle for Langdon, just what you were talking about, Jeff. You want to beat that zone, that's the way to do it.
It's absolutely the way to do it. And he went straight after the shot there. Normally you just turn and face real quick so you can do the either drive, dribble, or pass, but he didn't. He went right up to the hole.
David Langdon, another one of the players for North Harrison that's going to be a good little player down the line. Just a sophomore, yep. As Mason Davis knocks in his second bucket of the night, this time from deep, makes it a 9-7 ball game.
And he needed that. Good shot there. A little bit behind the three-point line.
Here's Langdon trying to get into the middle again. Wetzel going to reset it.
Looks like they're more than a 2-3 look now.
Trying to get it inside to Tanner Book, but good denial by the Cubs. But Kellum's going to end up with another three, and he knocks it home once more.
When you play that 3-2 or 1-2-2, wherever you want to call it, your two bottom men have got to cover the corners. They don't have responsible for the corners, but also the baseline. You get the ball, fake a shot, drive around them on baseline, it kills it too.
Well, that's the second corner three for Kellum's. Almost in the exact same spot as North Harrison leading, 12-7. Mason Davis getting it inside for Reynolds. Thought about a shot. Instead tries to go down low and has it taken away. Good hands down there by Brody Fessel. Kellum's had another three if he wanted to take it. Instead, cross-court pass for Fessel, and he gets the bounce. Not very often you see a ball bounce off the rim 3 different times and then splash home, but Brody Fessel getting the home roll.
That is what you call shooter's touch right there.
Makes it a 15-7 ball game now. North Harrison somewhat grasping control of this ball game in the early going.
Let's see if Madison holds it for one here.
I could guarantee if the shoe was on the other foot and North Harrison had the ball on offense, they're holding it.
Yep.
Coach LaFave wants to burn as much of that clock as he possibly can. He's been around this area a long time, Coach LaFave has.
Yes, he has.
He's in his 33rd season coaching overall, 4th here with the Cougars. 61-21 overall record. Down to 15 seconds now. It's Reynolds with the basketball in his hands, under 10.
Comes a high screen.
He gets it. Davis, he'll fire it up, looking for his 7th point of the night. No good. Offensive or defensive rebound. Wetzel nearly gets it to drop as he just misses the front end of the rim on that, and that'll bring us to an end of our first quarter of play, 15-7. North Harrison with a good start here in this one tonight as they lead. We head to quarter number 2. More Southern Indiana High School basketball coming right up on Glycon.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Glycon on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycon.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycon.
Second quarter set to get underway here from North Harrison High School. Justin Kalen alongside Jeff Cooper as we bring you Southern Indiana High School basketball here tonight. And a good first quarter for North Harrison as they lead 15-7. 5 scorers in that first quarter. So we talked about the balanced scoring in our opening segments here tonight, Jeff. It's exactly what you got out of North Harrison there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Wetzel fires up a 3 to begin the quarter. Couldn't knock it in, but Langdon, the effort and hustle to track down the rebound. Now Kellums goes in. Once again, he can't finish.
Tough shot there.
Looks like Landon True in the ball game for Madison to begin this second quarter. As Davis's 3 misses. Quickly, the Cougars the other direction. Schneider can't knock it in, but Kellums comes up with a rebound. Sawyer Wetzel fires it in, and he'll splash it home for his 5th point of the night.
Well, Madison better turn this thing around quick now.
Yeah, North Harrison's just done a really nice job being patient on offense, making crisp passing, finding the open shooter. And then that's the hard part, but you also got to make the shot, and they're doing that as well.
Yeah, they're doing that as well, absolutely.
So that's True driving in. Gets it into the corner for Reynolds, who knocks it home.
I needed that, man. That broke a run.
Reynolds and Mason Davis, the only 2 scorers for Madison in that first quarter. Still the only 2 scorers in the game for Madison, as both of them have 5 points.
That was a 9-0 run there that Harrison was on. They broke.
18-10 our score. As here's Book going to try to float it up towards the basket. A little short that time as True clears the rebound.
Nice move, though. He's a little bit too far away for a jump hook there.
Couple substitutions waiting at the score table for North Harrison. One for Madison as well. And there's a good move to get to the bucket for Ryder Jones.
Gave up baseline and then no help at all. You get beat, you got to holler out, help.
First points of the night for Jones.
Coach LaFave was just throwing his hands up.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of interesting coaches to watch on the sidelines in this area.
Yeah.
But none more entertaining than Coach LaFave. He will put on a show on that North Harrison sideline. As inside for Langdon, gets it to drop in an and one opportunity.
Well, Mr. Langdon's having him a game so far here.
Mentioned just a sophomore for David Langdon, but he's got some size, 6'4". Imagine in a year or two, David Langdon be playing some really good basketball consistently.
Absolutely, and he's He needs a little bit stronger, but he's got all the other tools, no doubt.
Also a big-time player on the North Harrison football team, as is pretty much this entire roster. Got Riley Schneider, Caleb Kellums, Sawyer Wetzel, all those guys on the football gridiron. As Langdon completes the three-point play, he's up to 5 points on the night. North Harrison leading 21-12.
Here comes a trap. Oh.
And they force another steal. Good cross-court pass there by Kellums, and gets it into the hands of Fessel, who tried to feed it to his little brother Bryce. Bryce unable to handle it. That was a fastball right towards him.
It was, yeah. He had the right idea, but he threw it just a bit too hard for his little brother to catch there. See if they trap again here. Come up a little bit.
They are slowly inching further and further out defensively, the Cougars.
Yep.
Has helped them extend their lead up to 9 as the three this time missed by Mason Davis. Get it down low to Langdon again. Why not?
Good move. Madison might need a timeout here.
David Langdon came to play here tonight. His team up by double digits.
Well, it was a good footwork there. He hit the foot down and then spun to the left.
Good move for a sophomore. As Davis again will fire it up. Once again, not able to knock it in. That was Fessel, aggressive to the hoop on the other end. As now we are indeed going to get a timeout with 4:29 left here in our first half of play. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll step aside for one as well. More Southern Indiana High School basketball coming right up on Glycod.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms. Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
This portion of tonight's game on Glycod is brought to you by the W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany. Apply today for a rewarding career in metal manufacturing. For more, visit WMKelly.com.
A great start for North Harrison here in this ball game tonight has prompted an early Madison timeout. 23-12, Cougars leading over the Cubs. We've still got 4.5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Jeff, what has helped North Harrison get the lead here in this one?
They have rebounded the ball very well on both ends.
There's an example of what they've done well. Kellums getting into the passing lane. That's 4 or 5 turnovers they've forced already, unofficially, by my count.
And that's the fifth, yeah. And on the defensive end, you mentioned it earlier, Justin, they're starting to come up just a little bit more and a little bit more, forcing Madison to take some tougher shots. They have gotten beat once or twice, but overall their defense has been solid.
Kellums able to knock in the first free throw here.
And they're 4 out of 6 from 3, which don't hurt.
Last foul, by the way, on Gunnar Jones for Madison, his second. Hasn't played all that many minutes.
No, he hasn't.
As Kellums knocks them both down. He's up to 8 points on the night.
Madison's got to get a bucket here. I mean, obviously. But here's the trap.
Defensive pressure, but yeah, he did. Unfortunate there for Madison as they did a really good job breaking that press.
They did that time and found the cutter, and he got it caught in between where he should have dribbled it, and he couldn't do it.
Looked like Liam Murphy might have rolled up on that ankle a little bit on that drive. As he a little limp coming down the court.
Yeah, he did.
So we're under 4 minutes to play here in this second quarter.
That's a good job there. Look opposite.
Fessel looking for somebody. Finally finds Bryce. Schneider pump fake on the top of the key. Gets his own rebound, however, and he's in there being guarded by 3 Madison players. Means there were 2 North Harrison Cougars somewhere outside the perimeter wide open, but Schneider draws the foul either way.
But good effort, though, by the young man. He really went hard for that rebound.
Last foul going on Kaczynski. Schneider inbounding it to Wetzel. Wetzel goes right to the hoop, but he can't finish over his man. Back come the Cubs. You mentioned on the last possession, could really use a score here, but they give it back to North Harrison. And Kellums keeps his start rolling. First one to double digits, up to 10 points now for Mr. Kellums.
And he did a great job right there avoiding the charge. He went up with his body and leaned just a little bit away from the defender. Nice body control there.
Nearly got another steal, did Kellums. 3 forced up. Rebounded by Wetzel. Kellums with a rocket of a pass down to Bryce Fessel, who absorbs the contact. Can't make the basket, however, but a couple free throws upcoming.
Madison's just not, those shots aren't coming as easy as they were before. And they're not getting offense. They don't have an offensive rebound yet.
Wow.
They got to go to the boards a little bit better.
Things on the offensive end for Madison have been far from easy thus far tonight.
Yep.
Speaking of easy, Bryce Fessel makes free throw shooting look easy. He's now 3 for 3 on the night, with one more opportunity upcoming here.
Man, they've jumped out to 17. Good grief.
And he's going to come up short on that one. I'll take the fall for that one, but Kellums saves him and tracks down the offensive rebound.
Now, since you owned up to it, I'm not going to say anything.
I'll own up to it almost every time.
Yeah. Oh, good pass.
That was a great pass down low for Fessel, who just missed the free throw. He's able to convert that time, makes it a 30-12 lead now. Coach Lefebvre has got to like what he's seeing out of his team tonight.
No doubt. And Coach Stotts has got to be really concerned. I think they may need another sit down here if they don't get a bucket on this trip.
Just over 2 minutes left here in this first half.
You can't save these timeouts to the second half if you're down 25.
That's true. Kind of stop the bleeding before it's too egregious. As that's Reynolds looking back at the Madison bench before advancing on the offense. Now floating it up. That was a pretty good look there for Madison. Just unable to knock it home was Landon True.
That was a good look. I'll take that one from a coach.
In the corner, Kellums, another rocket pass down low for Fessel, who tries to contort his body and go around the defender, but unsuccessful that time.
Probably should have kicked that one back out. He was in a no man's land down there.
Smallest guy on the court for North Harrison. We're under 90 seconds to play here. 3-point look for Mason Davis, and he knocks in another one. His second three here tonight.
Well, he sure needed that one.
He's up to 8 points. Over half his team's points. Fessel kicks it out to Brody. His older brother can't knock it home, or that was actually Wetzel that fired up the three. Brody Fessel came flying in for the offensive rebound, but they're going to whistle him for a foul. Actually, Riley Schneider on the foul, not Fessel. There's a host of players coming off that North Harrison bench. David Langdon back on. And Caden Schenk comes in for the first time tonight.
First time we've seen him.
Under a minute to play. And Kellums just using his length to come up with steal after steal in this one, and he gets the other direction and finishes it.
Yeah, his size is definitely causing problems. They put him on Reynolds, and Reynolds having a hard time passing the ball around him and over him.
Kellums up to 12 points here in this first half, with Madison trailing by 17, 30 seconds left in the half. They hold for this final shot, Jeff?
Yeah, I mean, if they go and they don't score, they're going to hold for the final shot.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to get a good look at a three, and if you can't, take the best shot available.
See if they can get some points on the board.
They need something positive going into halftime.
Absolutely,
so whatever they can get. Yeah.
Some sort of positive momentum, no doubt about it, as we're under 10.
Here comes the high screen right there. Yep. Oh, he didn't use it, though.
Now the three fired up. That's going to be missed. Schenk comes down with the rebound, gets it to Kellums. He fires it up, and it does not drop, as that will bring us to our halftime break. 32-15, North Harrison with a 17-point lead heading to the halftime break. We'll step aside for a break ourselves. We'll come back on the other side. We'll get you some first-half stats as well as look towards the second half of play. Stick with us. More Southern Indiana High School basketball coming up right here on Glycod.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms. Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Hi, I'm Isaiah. And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want to escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes.
Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What? No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
I was at practice one day, kind of made a cut through the lane, and I noticed that I landed on my knee a little weird. I saw my trainer here at school, and they highly recommended that I go to Priority Radiology. Any athlete, when you do go down with an injury, the first thing you think about is just how long that you're going to be out. Going to Priority Radiology, where I could get my results back quickly, made a big difference because I wasn't left waiting for weeks. Before I could even start a treatment, I was able to get what I needed right away.
What makes a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Centra Credit Union. For banking and financial services that are centered around you, visit Centra.org.
And back here at North Harrison High School, right in the middle of our halftime break here tonight, a solid first half for the North Harrison Cougars as they lead the Madison Cubs 32-15 at our halftime break. Let's go ahead and take a look at some first half stats. Tonight's first half stats are brought to you by Centra Credit Union, centered around you. First, let's take a look at the individual scoring for Madison. 3 scorers in that first half. They were led by Mason Davis, who had 8 points, Quincy Reynolds 5 points, and Ryder Jones rounded out the scoring with 2 points in that first half for the Cubs. A little bit more success for North Harrison in that first half. 5 scorers for them as they were led by Caleb Kellums, who poured in 12 points in that first half. He was followed by David Langdon with 7 points, Bryce Fessel and Sawyer Wetzel each with 5, and Brody Fessel with 3 points in that first half. Jeff, now let's take a look at our team statistics.
Well, these will tell you a lot here. For Madison, they were 6 out of 14 from the floor overall for 43%. They were 3 for 7 from 2 and 3 for 7 from 3, so 43% from 3. Did not attempt a free throw in the first half. did not get an offensive rebound in the first half. They had 5 total rebounds, 8 turnovers, and most of those came in that little run there near the end of the about the 5-minute mark of the second quarter on, when North Harrison turned up the defense. For North Harrison, they were 11 out of 22 from the floor, 50%. They were 4 out of 7 from 3, 57%. 6 of 7 from the line for 86%. They had 13 total rebounds and only 1 turnover.
Wow, easy to see or look at those stats and see why North Harrison has that 17-point halftime lead. One thing that really sticks out to me, Jeff, is the fact that Madison has 5 rebounds. Compare that to the 13 for North Harrison. How many of those offensively for North Harrison in that first half?
They had 5 on the offensive glass.
So North Harrison has as many rebounds as Madison has total on the offensive side of the ball, and that's really what helped them build out to this lead. Every time they missed a shot, seemingly they were able to go up, grab that offensive rebound, kick it out for an open look, and then ended up knocking that one down. So Madison has got to be more aggressive on the boards here in the second half if they want to try to claw back into this game.
Absolutely. You look at the two teams, you can see how much more developed and older the North Harrison players are as opposed to the Madison players. They're younger, thinner. They're definitely not quite as aggressive as North Harrison, so got a ways to go there.
Yeah, we mentioned that experience in our pregame tonight. Certainly is paying dividends for the Cougars of North Harrison tonight as they lead 32-15. We'll step aside for another break here, come back on the other side. A couple things to wrap up, and then we'll begin our second half of action. Stick with us. More Southern Indiana High School basketball coming up right on the other side of this break right here on Glycod.
Nobody wants to be told that they have cancer. When you find out that you have cancer, you want to make sure and try to get it treated as quickly as possible. That's what Priority Radiology did for me. The time they saved me from fretting about it is something I can't repay. They got me my results within 3 hours. It's unheard of to get that kind of results that quick. I can't hardly tell you how important that was for my mental state. It really helped me get through that day.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycod.
And back here at North Harrison High School, just under 3 minutes left here in our halftime as both teams still back in the locker rooms. By the way, are you looking to improve your career? Globe in New Albany is seeking pipe fitters, welders, and laborers starting at $16 per hour plus benefits. Call 812-596-WELD or visit globefabhiring.com. Jeff, just over 2 minutes here in our halftime. We touched a little bit on what Madison needs to do if they want to try to claw back in this game. Aside from rebounding, you have to think turn the ball over less has got to be a focal point back in the locker room for Coach Stotts as well.
Oh, yeah, they got to take better care of the basketball. But, but right now they're 15 down. So they're also going to have to play just a little bit faster. And get into their offense a little bit quicker, get open looks quicker. But North Harrison's defense, man, once they took an extra step out there and turned up the heat on defense, Madison had a struggle.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That defense for North Harrison was stifling as they are back on their bench. Madison coming out of the tunnel now as we have got 90 seconds left here in our halftime break. Pretty good crowd on tap here tonight on a Saturday night. You don't always get the best crowds on Saturday nights. People have other things to do on Saturday nights, so good to see so many people come out to take this one in here this evening.
Yeah, Madison, they brought a few people. I mean, North Harrison's got a really nice crowd, but Madison's a good haul away, so that's a good trip for them.
Yeah, good student section on tap for North Harrison here tonight as both teams over on their sidelines going through some final preparations as we get set to begin the second half of play. Let's go ahead and step aside for a break here. We'll come back and we'll get you the start of that second half. Stick with us. More high school basketball coming right up on Glycod.
ABCs of safe sleep for babies, that they lay alone on their back and in a crib. These measures can help lower the risk of sudden, unexpected infant deaths. The Clark County Health Department offers free CPR and safe sleep training, plus cribs for expectant parents, grandparents, or caregivers of young children who meet eligibility requirements. For more safe sleep information, visit clarkhealth.net.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Second half just underway here at North Harrison High School, 32-15. North Harrison leading over Madison. We'll see if the Cubs are able to battle their way back into this ballgame here in the second half, as teams have switched sides of the floor. Madison now going at the bucket to our right. North Harrison will attack the basket to our left. As Mason Davis, the leading scorer for the Cubs in that first half, 8 points. He's got it now.
North Harrison is just switching everything they do here.
Makes it difficult. But a good job getting to the rack for James Schaefer, his first points of the night and the first points here in this second half.
Yeah, they needed a good start there.
Schneider, see how deliberate this North Harrison offense decides to be here. You mentioned in that first half, Lou Lefebvre big on melting time off the clock.
Yeah.
Throughout his career, as Kellums will wind up with another three, hit 2 from that spot in the first half. Fessel tracks down the rebound. Another offensive rebound for North Harrison, which gives them another possession.
There's that freshman again.
And Schneider trying to finish down low. Can't get it to drop in. But does earn a couple free throws. He's the only starter to not score in that first half for North Harrison. He has his opportunity here.
He did a good job using his body right there. When he went up to take the shot, he was able to use his body enough where he could get the ball up on the glass. They couldn't grab his arm.
Good looking stroke there by Schneider.
Yeah, if he had an opportunity for a soup and sandwich there if he could have knocked the ball off the glass there.
Love the soup and sandwich combo. Schneider's second one is going to drop through as well. His first points of the night. He joins in on the fun here, makes it a 34-17 ball game.
And then he has to come out.
Is that Langdon that replaced him? Looks like it was Langdon that replaced him.
Yep.
He had a really good first half, 7 points for him.
Yeah, he looked good in that first half.
So here's Reynolds with the basketball in his hands for Madison.
Good switch out there.
Mason Davis working his butt off running that baseline, trying to find some real estate to get open.
North Harrison does do a great job communicating with one another because they're switching everything, so you got to be talking.
Schneider over there on that North Harrison sideline, sitting right next to Coach Lefebvre. Get some words of wisdom as a three here. Davis can't knock that one in. He did have 2 of them in the first half. And then finally an offensive rebound and stick-back attempt, but can't get that one to go either. Landon True.
Should have put that one up on the glass there.
Here's Wetzel with the ball in his possession. Into the corner now for Brody Fessel as that one's knocked away, but last touched by Madison. They were trying to get it inside to Langdon again. Not a bad idea with the half that he had in the first half.
No, and he's got a little bit of size advantage down there on Schaefer.
All the way into the backcourt goes Kellums to retrieve this one. Langdon way out from that basket. As Wetzel will fire another three. Got one to drop in the first half, but he couldn't hit that one. Despite being a good look, and that's the thing, North Harrison has consistently gotten good looks at the bucket.
Oh, yeah. Whereas Madison has not, other than the times that they've beat their man and got to the basket with no, when the help defense didn't come.
And there's a good step through, but unable to knock it in. Ryder Jones, right idea, wrong execution.
Yeah, it was a good step through, though.
Wetzel going to try another one. So we're going to get a whistle as he was taking that shot. Like a push down low, all going against Madison.
Yeah.
Goes on Schaefer, his second here of the ball game. Under 5 to play in the third quarter. Sawyer Wetzel trying to direct traffic on top of the key, gets it into the hands of Kellums.
And Madison has gone to a man-to-man, looks like.
Probably not a bad idea with the amount of wide open looks North Harrison has been getting from the three-point line, but then you make yourself susceptible to drives like that as Wetzel saw the floor just open up for him and went all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, and who was that on? That was on zero. No,
Ryder Jones.
Ryder Jones, yeah. Yeah, that would be my concern. You know, they're used to playing zone, and they're trying to guard bigger guys that are aggressive and go to the hole pretty hard. So
Wetzel with one more opportunity here. And he goes 1 of 2 from the line. Up to 6 points now for Sawyer Wetzel. He scored in every quarter here in this ball game. Now Langdon the other direction. Usually a finish he's got, but once more North Harrison with the offensive rebound.
Yeah, that was a tough shot he ended up taking. He should have just stepped on through and went all the way to the hole.
Into the hands now of Kellums. Halfway through this third quarter of play.
Don't pick your dribble up.
Brody looking for a teammate. Finally gets it off to his little brother Bryce. Now on top the key for Wetzel. And Fessel going to draw the foul. Already the fourth foul going against Madison here in this third quarter.
Wow.
0 up on the scoreboard for North Harrison. That's a tough take to the bucket there by Fessel.
Bad shot, really.
Which leads out to a run out for the Cubs, and Landon True gonna splash it in, his first 2 on the night.
Coach LaFave is not happy about that shot.
It's at a 35-19 ball game now. Trying to take the charge that time was Reynolds. Getting inside with it, Wetzel. He's going to draw yet another foul, number 5 on Madison in this quarter.
Is that on Reynolds? No, I don't think it was. No, Schaefer.
His third. And looks like he's going to come out of the game as Gunnar Jones makes his way off the Madison bench. And Schaefer will indeed come out. Jones will replace him.
Fessel just going to go stand over on the sideline.
As Wetzel knocks them both down here. Tanner,
he missed the first one.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Tanner Book, by the way, came in for Fessel.
We won't say that he shot an air ball, but he did.
Oh, good-looking turnaround there by Reynolds.
It was. Is there another? Did they call it another one?
They did. That's 6.
That was on 34.
That's on Gunnar Jones. Guy that just replaced Schaefer.
Man, he's a foul magnet. Now they're back to the 3-2 here. There's going to come a point here in the fourth quarter. They stay in at 3-2 that they'll just pull the ball out.
Surprised North Harrison hasn't been more patient in terms of their offense. They're still tacking.
Yeah.
So they lead by 17, 36-19. Inside Langdon, and can't make it happen, but he does draw the foul, so a couple free throws upcoming. Actually, free throws the rest of the way on every Madison foul for North Harrison, and that is not a spot you want to be in if you're Coach Stotts and the Cubs.
No, not trying to come back. Absolutely not.
Langdon knocks in the first one.
They were lucky there because their spacing wasn't very good. Book and Langdon were very close together. And, that could have been a lot worse than it was.
Speaking of Book, he's going to come out of the game as Brody Fessel makes his way back on. Langdon, the second free throw is good as well as he's up to 9 points now. Not sure what his career high is, but he's got to be close to it, if not already surpassed it.
Here's the trap. Oh, up. And let that go. Good rebound.
Yeah, I agree with that no call there.
Yeah, I do too.
Kellums threads the needle to Bryce Fessel. Can't get the shot to drop, but does grab his own offensive rebound.
Man, he's just... There's another one.
Langdon trying to get that career high as Bryce Fessel, you're right, gets another offensive rebound. Smallest player on the court for North Harrison, but working the hardest as Langdon misses the shot. Kellums cleans it up for him.
That was their first basket of the quarter. All their other points have come off free throws.
Oh, wow. And they've extended the lead up to 21 now at 40-19.
Yeah, they're lucky that Madison hadn't got anything to go down.
Langdon might have gotten a fingertip on that one as Mason Davis firing it up towards the hoop. Under 90 seconds to play here in the third quarter.
Another back man now. See if they hold it for one here.
That would be unbelievable. 80 seconds.
Hey,
I've seen it before, though.
Yeah.
If there's any coach in this area that'll do it, it's Coach Lefebvre. But you can't pass up an open shot like that as Fessel gets all the way to the bucket.
They may be under nothing but a layup orders here for the rest of the game, you know. Which is okay. They got a big lead. You can do that. Good drive.
Reynolds, great drive.
They just can't get anything down. My goodness.
They're getting them road bounces as Fessel loses it down low, and they're going to turn it over as Madison gets it back. 45 seconds left in the quarter. 42-19. It's Davis trying to drive on Langdon. Lays it off, and just an errant pass lands in the hands of North Harrison. 30 seconds. Now they will hold for the final shot.
Yes, they will.
Madison going to try to extend their defensive pressure a little bit. Make life a little more tricky on North Harrison as they try to run out this clock.
And that's that old too high we used to run. Same thing.
Kellums.
Cut through, set the screen.
Top now for Wetzel. Gets it to Kellums, and he'll float it up. Can't get it to drop. Offensive rebound. Can't get that to go either. And that will bring us to an end of our third quarter. 42-19. North Harrison extends their halftime lead. We've got 1 quarter of action left. Stick with us. More Southern Indiana High School basketball coming right up on Glycon.
Makes a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
This portion of tonight's game on Glycod is brought to you by the W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany. Apply today for a rewarding career in
1 quarter left here from North Harrison High School on your Southern Indiana High School basketball game here on Glycod. Justin Kalen alongside Jeff Cooper. And we have seen this North Harrison Cougars team just come out and play great basketball thus far tonight as they hold a large lead going into the fourth quarter. But Madison going to force a turnover on the first Cougars possession.
He got in there and picked it up and didn't know what to do with it. Couldn't tell if he lifted his pivot foot there or not. The official said he did. So,
Coach Lefebvre afforded the ability to go towards the end of the bench as 5'11" sophomore Josh Wainscott now in the game. Guy who doesn't play all that often for this North Harrison team. They usually only rotate 7 or 8 guys in.
Yeah.
Wayne Scott getting some valuable minutes tonight as Reynolds will hoist up the three and misses everything.
Yeah. That's I think that's 6 in a row now they've missed from the floor.
42-19.
Reynolds may be trying to do just a bit too much there. Go press. Okay, let's see what happens here.
I feel like he has to do too much, no?
Yeah.
As Kellums lays it off for Book, who can't finish. And Wayne Scott, the youngin, gets the rebound, kicks it out for Fessel, who knocks home his second three here in this ball game.
Yeah, coming to make a contribution, young man. Good job.
It's the rebound and the assist there. Stat Stuffer Supreme. Ball caroms out of bounds. Last touch by Madison.
Some outstanding use of alliteration there by Justin Case. See if this press can slow him down here a little bit.
Love that phrase. Now, yeah, they are going to deploy a full court press. And it absolutely is slowing them down, but North Harrison able to break it here.
They're trying to trap out of it, too. Oh.
But Fessel throws it away as he was trying to get it down low to Wayne Scott. Perhaps return the favor, and a bucket down low finally for Madison as Liam Murphy gets his first points of the night.
Broke that lid on the bucket there.
And with that, Coach Lefebvre wants a timeout. Not happy down there despite his team leading by 24 points. Just over 6 minutes left to play here in this one. We'll step aside for a break as well. More Southern Indiana High School basketball coming up right after this on Glycon.
Tailgate or tailgating to get to my tailgate. I can't go anywhere. But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Contact Floyd Snobbs, Jeffersonville Allstate agent, Hackey Page today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycod.
Just over 6 minutes left to play here in this one. Southern Indiana High School basketball here on Glycod. Justin Galen alongside Jeff Cooper. Colby Martin, our on-site producer here tonight. One of the best in the business, Colby Martin. As both teams coming off their sidelines back out onto the floor. A 45-21 lead for North Harrison. As it looks like Madison going to come out of the timeout and continue to run that full court press. Last couple of times, North Harrison has been able to break it with ease. We'll see if they're able to do so here. And no, they're not, as it's going to be a turnover, and Landon True going to get all the way to the bucket and finish.
That was kind of an unforced turnover because that ball went right between Book's hands.
This time, North Harrison breaks it with ease as Kellums just runs down the left side of the floor. And they find him. Under 6 to play. Riley Schneider, David Langdon set to check back in on that North Harrison sideline. So here's Kellums with it.
Yeah, they got to run some traps and stuff there and leave a man wide open. Oh, he missed it.
Wow. It's not one you see Bryce Fessel miss very often. He's been a workhorse down low on that low block tonight. Somewhat surprising for Bryce Fessel, a guy who's listed at just 5'11", one of the smaller players on this North Harrison roster. As here comes Riley Schneider, David Langdon back on. Wayne Scott and Tanner Book will head to the sideline.
He's, like I say, he's always around the bucket down there. He's always picking up loose balls, offensive rebounds. I mean, just one of those guys that just has a nose for it.
I'm not big on this phrase in terms of basketball, but he's got a high motor, no doubt about it.
Yeah, no, he does, yeah.
As Mason Davis splashes home his third three in this ballgame, up to 11 points. And now this press forcing some issues, but Schneider, good wherewithal getting across the timeline.
Well, Kellum got the ball down there and picked his dribble up with nothing to do.
Under 5 to play now, 45-26 our score.
Somebody's going to get a layup here.
Langdon down low for Schneider, and nice pass for Fessel, but good high basketball IQ pulls it out.
Yeah, like I said, they're probably right now in nothing but a layup mode. You're getting trapped. Somebody's wide open. Good job there.
It was Bryce Fessel that was wide open, but great job getting hands in the passing lane for Quincy Reynolds. Anticipating that ball was going to come down low and knocked it away.
Yeah, he came from drop back there. Did a good job.
Bounds to Wetzel. Faces the double team, gets it off to Kellums. Now Langdon being picked up by Schaefer. Defensive intensity here for Madison has definitely turned up as Schaefer forces the jump ball. Or do they call a foul?
No, they call a timeout.
Wow, they gave North Harrison the timeout. That's fortunate for the Cougars.
Yeah.
As this will be a 30-second timeout with just over 4 minutes left to play. We'll step aside for one as well. Stick with us. More Southern Indiana High School basketball right here on Glycod.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycod.
Back here at North Harrison High School as we continue our Southern Indiana High School basketball action here tonight on Glycod. Just over 4 minutes left here in this ball game. It's been all North Harrison from very early in this ball game. They lead 45-26. And trying to hold on to this one here, but Madison has turned up the defensive intensity, has led to a couple North Harrison turnovers. It's now Kellums nearly turns it over again, but he's able to recover.
Yeah, he tripped there. Fortunately got it back. They're going to trap it right there. Now you got to.
Schneider wisely let that ball just land out of bounds. As that's going to bring us to another timeout, this time taken by Coach Stotts and the Cubs with 3:55 to play. We'll step aside for yet another break. Stick with us for more Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycod.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycod.
And back here at North Harrison High School, 45-26. Cougars with the lead and the basketball. As Coach Stotts needed a minute to discuss things with his team. Here in the late going of this, Jeff, they've played pretty well. The defensive intensity has turned up. They're trapping out top. They forced some turnovers.
Trapping in the right spots, too.
But North Harrison's also done a really good job burning clock. Trying to get down to triple zeros, get that record up to 7-7 on the season, excuse me. Got some tough games coming up. Both of these teams have some tough games upcoming. We'll touch on that in our postgame tonight, which will directly follow the conclusion of this ball game. Also name a couple players of the game here in this contest. That's going to be tough for North Harrison.
Yeah. 2 or 3 young men play really well tonight.
As here is Schneider with it. Trying to avoid that pressure. Gets it off to Langdon, who had a wide open Fessel down low. Well, they're going to foul Langdon prior to being able to get that pass to Fessel.
That was a good, smart foul there. Make sure he didn't get the layup.
Langdon with an opportunity here to get into double digits on the night. What a performance by him thus far.
He's been a huge help tonight, no question. Tell you what, that young man plays like this the rest of the way, they're going to be a tough out.
Yeah. As he can't get the free throw to drop, was a 1-and-1, but possession kept alive. Wash, rinse, repeat for North Harrison as they continue to snag offensive rebounds.
We got an intentional foul here.
And it's going to be Langdon going to the line again. Just missed the front end of a 1-and-1 moments ago.
That foul was on Gunnar. Was it Gunnar Jones?
It was, yeah, his fourth.
He's averaging a foul about every 30 seconds.
He hasn't played too many minutes tonight, no doubt about it. As Langdon's first free throw up and in.
Unfortunately, he tackled him. That's why it was intentional.
Yep, can't do that.
Supposed to be fair, it was like a bear hug, but pretty intense foul.
Schneider set to inbound it. Does Madison go to the foul game at all at this point, Jeff?
I mean, the next foul's 2 shots.
Yeah. Now trailing by 21, 2.5 minutes left here in this one.
No.
I wouldn't imagine so.
No. I mean, they're doing a pretty good job, on the traps and stuff, but they're going to have to get something out of it. They may foul once or twice, but, they got to, they're going to have to get some turnovers.
Leaves it off now for Langdon, and there's a finish down low. What a night for David Langdon, the sophomore.
Yeah. You get a layup, you got to take it. Other than that, they're not going to put anything up.
Makes it a 49-26 ball game now. Kudos to the North Harrison student section still hanging around as that ball caroms off the top of the backboard. So back to North Harrison it goes with just over 2 minutes left. Caden Schenk coming back in the ball game.
Yeah, you can warm the bus up out there for Madison. This one's over.
Did you see that bus they drove here tonight?
Yeah.
My goodness, that thing's sweet.
It is.
That's Langdon crossing the timeline. Now he gets it down low. Schenk, how about that? He gets on the score sheet. One of the other seniors, the often forgot about senior on this North Harrison roster, Caden Schenk.
Atta boy.
A foul on the other end will lead to a couple free throws as Quincy Reynolds will head to the stripe. His team trailing by 25, 51-26. And that's just pure as the morning dew there from Reynolds.
And that is the first free throw they've shot the entire evening.
The whole night? Wow.
The first free throw. So this says a lot about North Harrison. They play tough defense and just haven't fouled.
Not often do I hear a stat near the end of the game that shocks me like that one just did.
Yeah, I had to take a second look at it.
6 points now for Reynolds as he goes 1 of 2 from the line. And Langdon going to continue to be aggressive. Goes to the bucket. Offensive rebound by Wayne Scott. He can't finish it either. Here's True driving in. He earns a couple free throws as well.
They just don't give up anything easy, but you'd almost rather see them just let them take the layups at this point if you get beat. But
True able to knock home the first one. So we've got 76 seconds left here in this contest. One heck of a performance for North Harrison, especially that young man walking to the sideline now, Caleb Kellums. Came ready to play in this ball game.
Yes, he did. Dare I say Mr. True was true with his form?
Slightly upset you beat me to that one, Joe. Landon Farnsley, the guy that came in for Caleb Kellums, by the way, and David Langdon going to continue his hot night. 2 more for him as he's got 6 now in this fourth quarter, and a 3 on the other end goes right back for Madison. Mason Davis, 4th time tonight he's been able to splash one home. 53-32.
Right there, somebody's wide open there. Cut to the basket.
I think if you're North Harrison here, you try to get it down to triple zeros. And Langdon has other ideas as he tries to continue his career night. What a great night for Langdon thus far.
Well, I like how hard he's taking at the bucket, but young man was wide open there.
Yeah.
He should have dished that one off.
Sometimes when scorers start scoring, Jeff, they just get that tunnel vision. I gotta keep going in.
I mean, he's doing a great job taking the ball to the hole.
Yeah. Ryder Jones coming back on for Madison as it looks like Liam Murphy limping to that Cubs sideline. Kind of rolled that ankle earlier in this contest.
Sure did. He got him again.
We're going to look at him over on that Madison sideline. And both free throws by Langdon good again. As he is making his case for player of the game. Reynolds can't get it to drop. Schneider clears the rebound. And Madison going to continue the defensive pressure here. But they break it with ease. Down to 20 seconds. Schneider driving baseline, and that's a good senior move as he's going to pull it out. Gets it off the shank. Down low now for Farnsley. And Farnsley will get an opportunity to put some points on the board. And that North Harrison sideline going bananas.
Yeah. Mr. Farnsley get a chance to put his name in the book here.
5'11 junior, been with this North Harrison program for years now. See if he can splash one or two of these home, and he misses the first one.
Well, did everything but go in?
Everybody on the bench threw their arms up to their head immediately for North Harrison. And he gets the second one to go. How about that? Everybody on the score sheet tonight. North Harrison with only 2 players that have not scored in this contest, and a meaningless 3 knocked in by Landon True as time expires, as that will be our final tonight. 56-35, a dominating performance by the Cougars of North Harrison. We'll step aside for a break here. We'll come back on the other side, and we'll get to your post-game show right here on Glycod.
When you first find out that you've been diagnosed with breast cancer, you feel like someone sucked the air out of you. I'm a mother and I have a granddaughter, and my first thought was, I need to know what is going on with my health. Priority Radiology made me feel better about the process. First person I saw was smiling. They were very compassionate from the front desk to the technicians to the doctors. Leaving Priority Radiology left me with hope, knowing that early detection saved my life.
What makes a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
What are the ABCs of safe sleep for babies? That they lay alone on their back and in a crib. These measures can help lower the risk of sudden, unexpected infant deaths. The Clark County Health Department offers free CPR and safe sleep training, plus cribs for expectant parents, grandparents, or caregivers of young children who meet eligibility requirements. For more safe sleep information, visit clarkhealth.net.
Hi, I'm Isaiah. And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want to escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes. Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh. Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Visit them at 1510 Production Road in Jeffersonville to find the widest selection of batteries for any vehicle. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1952.
Back here at North Harrison High School, where our game has just wrapped up. Southern Indiana High School basketball tonight on Glycod saw the North Harrison Cougars 56, Madison Cubs 35, and a great performance by North Harrison from the jump, and that's evidenced by our scoring by the quarter, 15-7. Cougars led after one. They bumped that up to 32-15 at our halftime break here tonight. By the time the third quarter concluded, it was a 42-19 lead for the Cougars before finally winning 56-35. Just an overall great performance tonight for North Harrison, Jeff.
Yeah, they had one quarter where they didn't really look too good offensively in the third, but the other three quarters offensively they looked pretty sharp, and all four quarters defensively they were very solid tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Let's take a look at our final statistics from this ball game. A look at tonight's final numbers are from German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. Let's go ahead and start with our individual scoring. First for Madison, they ended up having 6 guys find the scoring sheet. Mason Davis led the way, 14 points tonight, splashed home 4 threes in this contest. Landon True with 9 points on the night, 6 points for Quincy Reynolds, as North Harrison did a really good job holding him quiet. 2 points for Ryder Jones and Liam Murphy, and James Schaefer rounds out the scoring for Madison. For North Harrison, only 2 guys on their entire varsity roster that did not find the score sheet tonight. That was Josh Wainscott and Tanner Book. Everybody else scored, though, Jeff, as it was David Langdon leading the way with 17 points in this contest. Just a whale of a game by him. Caleb Kellums poured in 15, 7 points for Sawyer Wetzel, 6 for Bryce Fessel, 6 for Brody Fessel, as the Fessel brothers tie on that, so nobody's got the bragging rights tonight at home. 2 points for Riley Schneider, 2 points for Caden Schenk, and 1 point for Landon Farnsley. Let's now take a look at our team statistics from this ball game.
Well, second half, Madison shot about the way they did in the first half. Overall, they finished 13 out of 32 from the floor, 41%. 6 out of 15 from 3 for 40%. They were 3 or 4 from the line for the game, 75%, but they took all those free throws late.
Yeah.
10 rebounds for the game and 10 turnovers. So they did a much better job taking care of the ball second half. For the North Harrison Cougars, they had ended up with 44%, 18 out of 41. They were 5 out of 12 from 3, 42%. 17 out of 21 from the line, 81%. And they had 29 rebounds, huge rebounding advantage, and only 5 turnovers for the night.
Yeah, there you go. There's a look at your final team statistics, of course, brought to you by German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. Easy to look at those numbers and see why North Harrison dominated here in this one. 56-35. They walk away with a big win, up to 7-7 on the season now for the Cougars. Madison drops to 2-13. Let's take a look at some of the upcoming games for these two teams. Madison will head to take on Seymour on Thursday. They'll host them, and then at Batesville next Saturday, at Floyd Central on February 10th. So it doesn't get any easier for the Cubs.
No, it sure doesn't. They've already been a tough year, and they just got to keep marching on.
And speaking of tough games upcoming for North Harrison, they will take on Charlestown on Thursday in a Mid-Southern Conference game right back here at North Harrison High School. Then they take on they go to Orleans on February 7th. Orleans is, I believe, the number 1 ranked school in 1A, so that for sure will be a tough game as well. And then at Crawford County on February 10th. So there's a look at the upcoming schedules for both of these teams. We'll go ahead and step aside for one final break here tonight. We'll come back on the other side, and we've got to give you your most outstanding players. Stick with us. We've got more coming up right here on Glycod.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family-owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
The second game of the season, I popped my shoulder out of socket, so I went to the doctor a few weeks later, and they referred me to priority radiology to get an arthrogram. It was about a day later that they told me the news that I tore my labrum. Since I got the results back so quick, I got to start doing physical therapy and everything quicker, which made my recovery process a lot quicker, and I'm thankful for priority radiology for getting the results back that fast.
This second shift, this old pair of pants, this staycation, this brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it, to protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glycod.
And back here, North Harrison High School, one final time this evening. Justin Kalin and Jeff Cooper, as we are just about out of here tonight. A 56-35 win for North Harrison to bump their record up to 7-7 on the season. Madison falls to 2-13, but we've got to provide you some most outstanding players. Of course, tonight's most outstanding players are presented by Mack Construction in New Albany. Experience, reputation, solutions. Jeff, let's go ahead and start with the easier of the two decisions. The Madison Cubs, where did we go on their player of the game?
Well, it's got to be Mason Davis. I mean, he was 4 threes, leading scorer, did a good job handling the ball outside. North Harrison, man, that's a tough one.
That is a tough one. Yeah, I mean, you've got Caleb Kellums with 15 points, Mr. Steady Eddie, as always. But I think with the performance of David Langdon tonight, I told you I was kind of torn on where we should go, but I started adding up the points. 17 points for David Langdon tonight. What a performance by the sophomore.
You got to go with David Langdon. He had just a great night, and this young man plays like this the rest of this season. And, North Harrison's going to be a tough out anyway. It makes them even a tougher out.
Yeah.
Gives them more depth and size and athleticism than they some of the things they're really missing. I mean, they're good athletes, but they don't have that size and length and leaping ability like Langdon has. So, man, got to go he could be the difference in them getting a little bit further.
Yeah, no doubt. He absolutely had a great basketball game here tonight. As now let's look at some of the upcoming games here on Glycod. It's going to start Tuesday at 7:30. The Sayre Spartans are at Frederick Douglass. Tim Rose, Rick Reams will be on the call for that one. And then Wednesday, Bryan Station at Frederick Douglass. Chris Labar and Don Mueller will bring you that action. Jeff, you'll be in action on Friday as you've got a girl-boys doubleheader PRP at Fairdale with Joe Cox, so make sure you're sticking around for that one. Another girls-boys doubleheader that same night, East Jessamine at West Jessamine. Rivalry there as Chris Labar and Don Mueller will be on the call. And then Friday night at 7:30, Simon Kenton at Oldham County as Paul Najjar and Gary Forrest will be on the call. Next, Southern Indiana High School basketball broadcasts Tuesday, February 7th, Silver Creek at Floyd Central. That will actually be you, correct, Jeff?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
and who will be on the call with you on that one?
I believe it's, I think it's Todd Carter.
Okay, cool. So Todd Carter, Jeff Cooper on the call for that one. And then Scottsburg at Silver Creek on Friday, February 10th. Todd Carter and Lyle Segrist on the call for that one. Before we get out of here, I certainly want to thank Colby, our on-site producer here, as always doing a great job, also running camera for you all here tonight. So a man of many talents is Colby Martin. Want to thank all of our basketball sponsors as well. Of course, Steve Bird, Glycod executive producer, getting us the stats and information packet to us so we can be able to bring you this broadcast tonight. And, of course, Amy Hill, the associate athletic director here at North Harrison, as well as Hal Pearson, both of them helping tremendously tonight to get us set up to be able to bring you all this game. Before we get out of here, Jeff, any final thoughts?
No.
All right. Well, let's do it. Let's wrap it up. Go home, watch some basketball. You got Cats, you got Hoosiers, so should be a fun night. It was a fun night here at North Harrison as well. Your final score, one final time, 56-35. Alongside Jeff Cooper, this is Justin Kalen saying so long and good night. You've been watching Southern Indiana High School basketball right here on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Southern Indiana High School basketball. Tonight's game was brought to you by Jim Butner Auto in Clarksville, striving to keep you driving. Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page, he puts you in good hands. German American Bank, strengthening our communities since 1910. Priority Radiology in New Albany, you have a choice. Interstate Batteries, the car battery auto techs prefer. Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Big O Tires, State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb, and Northside Security.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation